I love the community, and I think she has a few words about what she thought about being a part of this community. Take a look.
I always say the best part of my job is telling stories, telling other people's stories in our community, and telling them in a way that makes them happy and that is entertaining to our audience too. I've got to meet celebrities along the way in this career, but I always say the people stories I enjoy telling the most are the people in our communities, those real stories. That's what I like most about my job, is meeting people in the community and telling their stories.
She did. I loved Emily in purple. I know she loved red, but I loved her in purple too.
And we want to bring in our next guest, Tracy Dailey. And a lot of times Emily was just saying in that soundbite that she loved telling the stories of the community. And so many times if there would be a story about a tragedy or a loss, especially of a child, Emily would say, Emma's Footprints, let me give you the contact I have, or Lucy's First Step, let me take you to who I know there. She loved what you guys were doing.
Yeah. Tell our viewers a little bit about Emma's Footprints.
Yeah, so we are a local nonprofit that helps families that have experienced a pregnancy or infant loss. So anywhere from an early term loss up into if the baby is 12 months old. Our big mission expenses, we pay for funerals, cremations, headstones, counseling, but the heart of our mission is to walk beside families on their grief journey.
Yeah. And Emily experienced a bit of this 6 or 7 years ago, and she came to your organization. So you guys started off your relationship in a really personal way, right?
Yeah, you know, the support groups that people attend, we get to know people in such a personal way, and we get to hear their hearts, and we try to create that safe place for people to walk through and navigate their grief with.
And then she was active in some of your fundraisers and events that you had. Talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, we love when we have champions, especially maybe on the local news crew, for attending our walks and getting our mission and our story out there. Because if families don't know that we are here in the community, we can't help and serve them. So she was really a powerhouse on the inside, giving out our information, which I know there's been a ripple effect of her getting families to the correct resources to really help them.
And do you find that that's where word of mouth helps an organization like yours, especially in a community our size?
Yeah, especially with our mission. Our mission is really hard and it's heavy. And when I tell people what we do, I watch their face kind of like, give me that look, and I'm like, okay, well, hold on, but there's hope, I'm like, I'm gonna bring it back up, and we provide that, just that lost community that you can join and really just set that stuff down.
It seems to be something that really is not talked about, I think because it's so deeply rooted with sorrow and grief, but we should talk about it more. I mean, when I started learning about organizations like yours and Lucy's First Step, I didn't realize that we had those resources and how tremendous they are and what a help they are.
Yeah, I am honored and humbled to be able to meet a family in one of their darkest moments of life, but to be able to surround them and give them the resources and the professional help, and like I said, that community, watching them get little bits back to their heart that was broken, and give them hope and healing, and that it only can happen out of word of mouth, because like I said, it's just really hard to go, talk about what we do.
And I know Emma's Footprints definitely provided Emily some comfort in her time of grief. Tracy, what are you going to remember about Emily?
She was authentic. I think you mentioned that when Jake was just here, and her realness to be who she is here on camera and then out in the community, and her drive and just championing, which lots of guests today are going to speak about what she means to our organization. And I really think, for us personally, we've already been talking about how do we, in Emily's memory, and in memory of her baby, how do we do something for her, because she is important, her baby is important, and how can we do that as a little piece of this community to make her legacy live on?
And I think we could have had so many guests. We're going to talk to Nicole from the Humane Society coming up. Groups like this, nonprofits in our area that Emily did champion for, and I think for us it feels natural in what we love and that we can help spread the word, but for organizations like yours, it's so important.
Oh yeah, especially small nonprofits like us. But
and you were such a godsend for Emily at the time too. So I want to thank you for that.
And I just want to remind people, grief has no timeline, and it does not matter. I'm Emma's mom, and she turned 16 this year, but I will be her mom for the rest of my life. And so there is no, oh, that happened X amount of years ago. Aren't you over it yet? So Emily will always be Kayla's mom.
Exactly.
And that will never stop.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
for having
We're really trying hard not to.
I know,
where the
that was a
Kleenexes?
tough
I
one.
know, right
Oh my
there,
gosh.
right there. There you go. Yes.
We
help
appreciate
yourself.
you being here.
Thank you so much.
having